Namaste, this is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss a module of null hypothesis. This module is a part of the course Biostatistics under the program of MSc NND, MSc FST, MSc Biotechnology and MSc Microbiology first semester of the university. This module of null hypothesis is a very important part of the subject biostatistics and as well as the statistics of the course, various courses, and as all we know that the sampling is an important part of statistics and the research and part of the higher studies just based on this kind of the test or the hypothesis testing, sampling and the various concepts based on the sampling and the hypothesis testing. So for the hypothesis testing, just we are needing we are required to take some assumptions and these assumptions are categorized in the form of null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So what are these null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis and the hypothesis meaning just that in the today's session we will discuss about that and how can we test them and what is meaning of null hypothesis and how we can reject it or accept it for our test. This is important part of sampling and hypothesis testing. As all we know that sampling means the procedure for making a sample or to select a sample from the population. So sampling just it is a very important concept of sampling procedures. Sampling means to select, it is the process of selection of a sample from the whole population and it can be done by the different procedures and by this sample we have to test our population. The population whose mass is very large but means we cannot just test the whole population and just for testing the whole population we have to assume we have to take a sample and by this sample with some characteristics of the sample and the population we will test the our population for that characteristic and that in this the hypothesis testing will become important to test of the population. In the today's session we will take some example and we will explain here with examples and when we discuss about the hypothesis testing for somewhat hypothesis just to test. So first of all we have to understand what is meaning of hypothesis. Hypothesis means just it is like an assumption for our experiment. So hypothesis means an assumption or an idea which is just to be proposed for the testing purpose and it may or may not be true, it may be false also. So hypothesis just like it is an idea, it is an assumption for some kind of the our like what to be tested and for some event or some purpose. Now just when we have to like test some statement or some result for that population, then we have to use the concept of the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. In the null hypothesis just we assume that the difference between the observatory value and the theoretical value means the expected value will be 0 or will be neglected. So that is the null hypothesis. So null hypothesis is that hypothesis in which we assume that the difference between the observatory result and the expected result, means expected value or the theoretical value, is negligible or almost 0, that is very very small. But on the contrary, we take alternative hypothesis, and in the alternative hypothesis we take the difference between this observatory value and the theoretical value, and that is not very small, that is not negligible. It is a difference, it is a high difference or a large difference, so that in that case the null hypothesis, when the difference between the alternative when the difference between the observatory value and the expected value is large, then we have to neglect our null hypothesis and we have to accept the alternative hypothesis. And when the difference between the null hypothesis, when the difference between the observatory value and the expected value is very small, is almost negligible, then we have to just accept our null hypothesis. And these are the importances of the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Now we can understand this concept with some example. Just we take a very famous example for this. Suppose just in a school, a principal says that in the school for the 300 students, the average marks obtained by the student is 7. The average marks obtained by the students is 7 out of 10. So this is the our the hypothesis which is to be tested. And now just how can we test this statement here, this result? So there are 300 students. So a sampler or a researcher can have to make a sample of suppose 10, 20, 30, 50 students for this testing. Suppose a researcher just take a sample of 30 students and he calculate the average marks obtained by the students of the sample, and he calculated the average marks or the mean marks of 30 students for the sample. So it means this kind of experiment is done by this sampler to test for the population mean. For the just mean, that mean is population mean, here 7 is can be considered as a population mean, and what is the sample mean, we have to the researcher has to test this. So in this way, just what will be the null hypothesis assumed by the researcher or the investigator? The null hypothesis can be assumed as the mean marks of the student of the 300 students is 7. That can be assumed as 7. So in the null hypothesis, he will assume that the mean marks for the whole school be 7, but by the sampling, he just took a sample of 30 students and he found he has to find the average marks of this sample, and then he has to apply some test for this purpose. So just in this example we understand this here. If suppose the mean of the sample becomes 7, means now we have to test, the investigator has to test with some test, just as all we know that like the chi-square test or the t-distribution test and the f test, ANOVA test or the normal distribution test. So the investigator has to test this for testing this mean which is assumed in the null hypothesis as 7, and then he applied the test, he has to apply the test, and then he has to find the result. If the difference between the two means the one is here observatory value and one is the expected value. Here the expected value is assumed as like 7, that is the population mean. Means when he find if the difference between the two means observatory and expected value will be sufficient. If the difference between these two mean will be sufficient difference, then he has to reject his hypothesis, null hypothesis, and then he has to accept his alternative hypothesis. While when there's a like negligible difference between them or no difference between them, then he has to accept the null hypothesis in that case. One more example just we can take for this to understand this. In this example we can take like suppose for a mutual fund, suppose that a company said that the mutual fund, a particular mutual fund will give 8% as annual interest for this particular mutual fund. So if a mutual fund is existing for the 20 years, and we have to check whether the average interest is 8% will be obtained or not, then how can we just calculate? Suppose in this testing of testing means average or the annual interest for the mutual fund is 8%, so that can be taken as the null hypothesis, that can be assumed in the null hypothesis, that the average 8% interest will come in for that particular mutual fund. But when an investigator will have to test, will have to check, he has to check, then what he will do? Suppose an investigator just took a sample for the 5 years. We have to test for 20 years, but he has taken a sample for the 5 years, and when he then he has to find the annual interest, the annual return for the mutual fund for the 5 years, and then he has to compare by this null hypothesis that the 8% is coming the interest for the mutual fund, but what he will get for the 5 years, that will be the observed value, and by just applying the test he can find the result. If the difference between the two means, means the two annual interest will be negligible, then he has to accept the null hypothesis, otherwise he has to just reject the null hypothesis. So these examples just shown that the concept of the null hypothesis for the testing purpose of the hypothesis of an experiment or the result for the population, and this is a very important topic for the UG and PG level courses of statistics and biostatistics, and for even research students. So students are advised to understand this concept with depth, and just take objective as well as descriptive questions of this topic. And with this I am concluding my today's session. Thank you.